Like many 20-somethings, the first book I read all the way through was Go Dog Go. I remember sitting on my grandma's lap in Florida and the excitement I felt when I reached the last page. My favorite book series as a child was Kevin Hanks' Lily's Purple Plastic Purse. Although I don't remember much of the content, I do remember asking my mom for bright red boots and a purple purse. In fact, I loved these books so much that my mom took me to see Lily in person. I was pretty excited, as you can tell. Later on, in middle school, I became obsessed with reading Archie comics. I remember sitting in my beanbag chair reading about the love triangle between Archie, Betty, and Veronica. My collection grew, and I now have hundreds of Archie comics, including extremely rare and old ones. Attending a Christian school from first grade until high school, I was exposed to reading the Bible at a very early age. Each week until 8th grade, I had to memorize a Bible verse. And in 3rd grade, I memorized an entire chapter of the Bible, 1 Corinthians 13.
If I speak with human eloquence and angelic ecstasy, but don't love, I'm nothing but the creaking of a rusty gate. If I speak God's word with power, revealing all of his mysteries and making everything as plain as day, and if I have faith to say to a mountain, jump, and it jumps, but I don't love, I'm nothing. If I give all I own to the poor, or even go to the stake to be burned as a martyr, but I don't love, I've gotten nowhere. So, no matter what I say, no matter what I believe, no matter what I do, I'm bankrupt without love.
When I was in 3rd grade, I randomly decided that Psalm 27:14 was my favorite verse, so I highlighted it in blue. However, this verse remains my favorite to this day, and I still use the same Bible. Writing did not come easily for me at first. I remember a specific moment in preschool when I didn't know how to write my own name. My teacher couldn't believe that I couldn't do this, which made me feel stupid and inadequate. When I was diagnosed with ADHD, writing became even harder for me. I dreaded spelling tests all throughout elementary school. In order to help me focus, my mom would walk around the block with me and quiz me on my words. Even at night, my mom would bring a flashlight so we could study. From hooked on phonics to middle school spelling tests, my mom has helped me become the writer and person I am today. It wasn't until my senior year of high school when I gained confidence in my writing by realizing my talent. After turning in my final AP English paper, my teacher told me that I was a brilliant writer. Those 2 little words encouraged me immensely. I'll never forget the impact that they had on my writing career. Today, I enjoy reading many different types of literature, one of these being poetry. My all-time favorite poet is John Donne. I especially enjoy reading his Holy Sonnets, which I hope to one day complete. My current favorite of his sonnets is Batter My Heart, Three-Person God, in which he portrays his struggle to love God. Another one of my favorite poets is Lord Alfred Tennyson. My favorite poem by him is called Crossing the Bar. In this poem, Tennyson describes the crossing into death, the way a sailboat crosses the sea. This particular poem reminds me of my grandma, who passed away 2 years ago. She was a sailor and loved poetry as well. I also enjoy epic poetry, my favorite of which is John Milton's Paradise Lost. It's pretty hard to narrow down my current favorite books, but some of my favorites include Jeanette Wall's The Glass Castle and Barbara Kingsolver's The Poisonwood Bible. One of my passions has always been the sea and collecting shells. Ever since I was a little girl, I've always loved visiting my grandma in Sanibel and coming back from the beach with bags and bags full of beautiful shells. This being said, I love books about shells and the sea. One of my favorites is called Gift of the Sea by Anne Morrow Lindbergh. I love this book because it celebrates the simple things in life that are often overlooked.